So even though Colombia is receiving great financial aid from the United States for years now, also in military help, FARC will continue to grow and be strong.
The estimate of U.S. military experts and even serious commentators and observers in Colombia is that the Colombian army cannot possibly win a military victory. Even Uribe's top advisors in private will concede that what they're trying to do is weaken the FARC sufficiently so that when negotiations take place, they can impose their terms of any settlement. So there is admission generally that it's impossible for the government to militarily defeat and destroy the FARC. Now, one can argue with $5 or $6 billion a year U.S. aid and 5,000 mercenaries and 1,500 U.S. advisors, the FARC also cannot defeat the Colombian army. So what is the alternative is precisely to try to work out a negotiated settlement on the basis of creating political conditions so that the FARC and any other social movement can function without fearing assassination. And this is the big sticking point. The FARC has experienced in the past efforts to negotiate, and the last time they did in the period 1999 to 2001, those negotiations were suddenly broken, and within a question of hours, the army rushed into the demilitarized zone, tried to capture the leaders of the FARC. So we have this serious problem that no military victory is possible, and you have a government which refuses to face those realities or create even the conditions under which we can begin to have peace negotiations.
Do you think there are political parties that could realize a move forward?
Well, there is a social democratic formation that has some strength in Congress, which won elections in Bogota and one or two other major cities. It's called the Democratic Pole. This is an organization that has dissident liberals, some social democrats, and progressives in it. But it doesn't seem to be a party which is capable of becoming the government. Partly it's because Uribe has dominated the mass media, he has the military, and he can tolerate an opposition which doesn't represent any serious challenge to his military policies, his free market policies, and his support with the narco-traffickers. So they are kind of tolerated in a political universe that is not very consequential. On paper, they appear to be an organization, the political pole, that has a program of peace negotiations, of recognizing the FARC as a belligerent force, and looking towards some kind of long-term settlement. But as I mentioned, at the moment they are not in a position to challenge Uribe, and if they were, you would begin to see some of their leading spokesmen threatened with death threats and probably intimidated.